Well, Shabbat Shalom, brethren. Today I just wanted to talk about, and this is going to fit kind of in with all that call upon the name. But I wanted to talk about those still calling on the name of God. And I wanted to look a closer look at that and look at YAHUAH 65:11, where it addresses this and how we know this is not a title. It is a name, the tribe of God. And what happened after that, they began to worship them. And it became the fortune of deity. It is the deity of good fortune. It is the deity of fortune. That's why it's on our money, because you're putting your trust in fortune. But can we bear this out through the word itself? So I wanted to go through that real quick with you. And we will take a look. All right, so it says, but you are those who forsake. Now, again, this is YAHUAH, or renamed Isaiah 65:11. But you are those who forsake YAHUAH, who forgot my set-apart mountain, who prepare a table for God, and who fill a drink offering for money. So let's take a look at that in the Hebrew, and we can bear this all out, and then we will look at what how that is spelled. So on here, as we go into that, and it says basically the same thing in Hebrew, but it says H1409, God. G-A-W-D is a phonetic pronunciation of Gimel and Dalet. And then if we go into money, let's go over there. And it's Manet, or money, the apportioner, and that is H4507. And that is Mem Nun He. Okay. So it'd be mana. But let's take a look at what that means in the actual breakdown of the letters. So here in God, we have Gimel and Dalet. That is where that name and where the etymology of the word G-O-D comes from. It still shows up in Google, right? If you type in meaning, God meaning, and then right underneath it'll say G-A-D. So it's still, you can still see the etymology even on Google. So let's take a look at the Gimel. Now the Gimel is a picture of a camel. It's something that is rising from its knees. Now Yah's word says, if my children shall humble themselves. Now if you go look up that word humble, you're going to find out that that's a picture of someone who is bending their knee, who is bowing before. We're bestowing our humility before YAHUAH to and on those that are in our house and under our covering. But this is a picture of a camel, or something that is lifting or rising from its knees. And it's also a picture of self-will or pride. And Dalet, or Dalet, is a door, a path, or movement into or out of something. So right here we see that Gimel Dalet is a door, a path, or a movement in or out of self-will or pride. Instead of humbly rising or humbly bending our knee before YAHUAH, we get up off our knees and we become prideful and willful. We decide we're going to bring in whatever we want to, and we're going to say whatever we want to. But YAHUAH's got a set of rules that he wants us to follow if we love him. He doesn't force us, but he does ask us to do it willfully and lovingly. So let's look at money. And money, or money, is kind of similar in this way. And again, that's Mem Nun. Yod. Not, I said hey earlier, I meant Yod. So Mem Nun Yod is money. So we'll go back to that verse and real quick, just to refresh your memory of what it says. But those of you forsake YAHUAH will forget my set-apart mountain, who will prepare a table for God and will fill a drink offering, make an offering to Mene, Mem, Nun, He. And as we look at this, let's look at Mem. Mem can be water or chaos. And then Nun is descendant or heir or faithfulness. And then Yod is a hand. The work is being done or finished, or a closing hand. So, as we're looking at Mem, Nun, He, we see the hand that does the work of creating chaos to the descendant, the offspring, the heir to the throne, or to cut off faithfulness. Mem, Mene, Mem, Nud, He. So we see in both of these names something that should give us a warning about using them. Our Father does not have many names. He has one. The Son has the Father's name. That's what Yahusha means. It means Yah is the deliverer, YAHUAH. Yahusha is YAHUAH Jr., the Son of the Most High, just as he said dozens of times. Our Father's name is not God. We do not want, he's going to break down the table of God. If we're going to break down the table, if we're preparing the table, one day he's going to break down the table of God and smash the altars that we prepare the drink offerings to these pagan deities with these pagan words. Why are we still using them? And there are people out there teaching this. That goes with self-will and pride. They've risen from off their knees. And so many teachings out there where people have risen from their knees to declare themselves right before man. One way to look at it, the people that are out there still using these names, and I'm not talking about the deceived, the Christians and people don't know yet. I'm talking about those that supposedly know. Listen to what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. So many of these people that are still doing this have turned this into a business of some kind. They make their money this way. They do pretty well from their following. So you're going to have to look at the fruit, and by their fruit you will know them. If they're still using these words, if you can't bring it to them, I've had this discussion with people, and they said, why would they name their child God? Why would they name him that if it was a bad thing? And it's like, but it's not our Father's name. That argument could go into, you could call him Stephanos or Shaul or Moshe or any name you want to call him. There's no title, there's no name of God for our Father. That's just not him. It wouldn't specifically give to Yashayahu to chastise them and say, look, you forgot my name, and you're the same ones who prepared a table for God and a drink offering for Mene. Why would he tell him that if it was okay to call him that? So again, I would always tell you to look into everything, search this out, always follow the word, never follow a man, study it out in the Hebrew. Don't just look at Strong's Concordance. He was a Methodist preacher, did not know Hebrew. He back translated from the King James Bible. Not even that, actually the Westminster Confession, and back translated the word from what they believed it meant. Yah's hand was not upon him to do this, although I believe, because so many of the words were mistranslated. So I would believe that although he may have meant well, he was acting in his own spirit, his own Ruach, under his own will. He was a Methodist. He didn't know the Father or the Son, not truly. And he still called him, even after doing this, the word God, money, all that, still there. People are still using it. So I'd recommend to you guys to always look into Scripture, always look into the Hebrew, look into each letter, Study this out for yourself. Be a Bayrean. You always test every Ruach. Test it all, always. Don't follow man. Follow the word. Follow Yah. Anyways, have a great night. Love you. And we will see you Shabbat in the daytime tomorrow. Thanks, guys.